Let's talk about some kinda secretive free players that I haven't really heard too many people talk about in Madden 23 Ultimate Team.
Okay.
And as we do so, bang, on the screen right here, a $10 Xbox gift card giveaway. The first person to put in those digis is getting 10 bucks for free. And if you want another giveaway on my second video coming later today, all you gotta do is scroll down and leave a like and turn on that notification bell because I'm double uploading and probably doing a giveaway in that one as well. And fellas, do you guys see that up there? Oh, bang, on the screen, you can see the 0.5 completions line for Justin Herbert is officially live on Underdog Fantasy. So big shout out to Underdog Fantasy for hooking that up. Anyone that's used code SWIFT is going to get access to that line. And fellas, there are plenty more specials coming soon for the next week of the playoffs and even this week. So if you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy and make some player picks, I was able to hit for like $170 on one of the last specials they did. And if you don't want to miss out, I will leave the link to Underdog down below in the description. And of course, as you're signing up, use code SWIFT to support the channel and get some free money on the app. But without further ado, let's talk about these free players in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. And at the end of the video, there's a really interesting coin making method I want to talk about that's associated with these cards. Now fellas, as we navigate on over to the start of our playoff field pass in this game, you guys will see there are two collectibles you're going to get at level 2 and level number 4, and these are called player predictor tokens. Now we're going to be using these tokens to potentially get some 94 overall players for free. Let me showcase how. Now we're going to go on over to our sets. We're going to filter it down by the program playoffs player predictors. That's a lot of P's right there. And as you guys will see, there are 14 sets available for all 14 teams that are currently in the playoffs. And essentially the way these sets work is they're either 90 or 91 overall cards. And let's say, for example, we did like the Dalton Schultz set. Well, what we would do is we would get ourselves a 90 Dalton Schultz, and for every game the Cowboys win, his overall will go up by 1. So if they win in wildcard weekend, then they win in the divisional, he would go up to a 92. Let's say, for example, they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Well, then that would mean they win on wildcard weekend, divisional, the conference championship, and the Super Bowl. So this card right here would go up to a 94 overall. And with the 2 tokens that we obtained, we're going to be able to do a couple of these sets. Now fellas, there is definitely an element of strategy involved in picking these players because we're probably not going to go in here and select Calais Campbell unless we're a Ravens fan. They don't have Lamar Jackson, they're playing the Bengals, so more likely than not, they're going to be losing, and this card will stay at a 90, so it wouldn't really be a strategic pick. Now of course, if you have a theme team in this game, the decision is simple. Just select the player that's on your theme team. But if you don't have a theme team, here are kind of the options I'm going with, as well as a very interesting coin making method that I don't know why people aren't talking about. Now first of all, in terms of my favorite players, I feel like we gotta play it smart and we gotta pick someone on one of the Super Bowl favorites. So realistically, I've narrowed that down to either the Eagles, I would say the Bills, the Chiefs, the San Francisco 49ers, the Bengals, and the Dallas Cowboys. Realistically, I think those are the best teams that have a chance at winning the Super Bowl. If you're a fan of one of these other teams, prove me wrong, make a miracle Super Bowl run, but if we're just trying to play the odds game here, it's got to be one of those players. Now drilling deeper into the stats on each of these cards, Dalton Schultz in my opinion is a little bit slow at the tight end position, and realistically I'm not going to be using a 94 overall Dalton Schultz when that man Rob Gronkowski is available. Jermaine Pratt isn't a bad idea if you wanted someone who would kind of be like an overall filler at mid linebacker, but that's not really impressive to me. Then otherwise there's a Kyle Juszczyk, who fullback is actually a relatively valuable position. There's Carlos Dunlap at a 91. I think the stats on this card really aren't that amazing. There's Isaiah McKenzie. He's actually got really good speed, could be a nice card. And then there's Landon Dickerson. Who doesn't want a good free left guard? And yeah, in my opinion, my top 3 options are Landon Dickerson, Isaiah McKenzie, and Kyle Juszczyk. And for me personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Landon Dickerson and the Kyle Juszczyk set done. And what I'm kind of banking on is I'm banking on one of these 2 teams getting into the Super Bowl and hopefully one of these 2 teams winning it. That would essentially mean that one of these cards would become a free 94 overall player. And for me personally, I would happily take a free 94 overall left guard or a free 94 overall fullback. Those are some positions that I don't really want to spend my coins on. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mutpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing and what I would suggest you guys do, of course, you guys can make your own decision here, but what I would suggest you do is do the Kyle Juszczyk and the Landon Dickerson set. I feel like they kind of fit all the criteria. They're on a team that's good enough and could win the Super Bowl, and they're players at positions that I don't really want to spend coins on, and they also have pretty good stats. So those are kind of like the 3 things that I would look for when I'm making one of these selections. Of course, you guys can pick someone else, but for me, I'll be using my free tokens on that, and hopefully one of these cards becomes a 94. Okay, so now that you guys know how to get these players, let's talk about one of the most interesting opportunities in the market, and I don't know why people aren't talking about this. Now, as you guys can see, when we take a look at the fine print on these sets. They say that these sets will expire on 11/14. I don't think they meant to do that. I think they probably meant to say 1/14. I would expect these sets are going to be locking on the 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is tomorrow, and that makes sense. That's before the playoff games start. So yeah, I'm not sure why it says November 14th right there. That's definitely a mistake by EA Sports. And then they say that these cards will become auction house exclusives, meaning the only way you can get these players is by people that are buying or selling these cards. You will literally not be able to get any more of these players. So here's my idea. Let's say, for example, I filter it down by Landon Dickerson right now. As you guys can see, the Landon Dickerson 91 overall player is selling for 25,000 coins, fellas. Now, in my opinion, I think that's a ridiculous deal. The fact that this card is so cheap is ridiculous. Like, if I wanted to, I could quick sell this card for trading and I'd be getting about a 2 CPT, which is like the best value in the market right now. And essentially what I'm doing by making this purchase and buying this Landon Dickerson is I'm like investing in the Eagles to do well. Because let's say, for example, I buy this card, he's a 91 overall, and I buy him for 25,000 coins. And let's say the Eagles go on to maybe win a couple games and they lose in the Super Bowl. This card becomes like a 93 overall. Well, realistically, what's going to happen in that situation is now, first of all, he's a 93, so Eagles theme teamers want him on their team, and there's no way to complete a set for the card because all you could do is do that one set, which is already gone. And then reason number two why this card is a good investment is because the trading will go up. Right now, it's only 15,000 trading because the card's a 91. If it goes to a 92, if it goes to a 93, if it goes to a 94, then the card will quick sell for more and more trading. So in my opinion, this is a risk-free investment. I think there is literally no chance that this card goes under 25k. Assuming the Eagles win at least one game, there's just no shot that that's going to happen, man. So what I would honestly recommend you do is scoop up some of these players. I'm going to invest in maybe 10 of these cards at like 29k, 25k. This is a ridiculous deal in my opinion, and I can't believe there aren't more people doing this. Like, honestly, it's shocking to me that there aren't more people doing this. I'm going to invest in more than just Landon Dickerson. Probably going to get the card on the Chiefs, probably going to get the card on the Bills, as well as some more players on the Niners, because honestly, I'm thinking that those teams are going to at least win one playoff game. And as long as these guys win at least one playoff game, well, then Landon Dickerson's going to go to a 92. And at a 92 overall, just looking at the market, we know that that card would sell for upwards of like 35,000 coins just based on the fact that he's a 92. Not even considering the fact that this card is kind of like an LTD right now and soon going to be out of packs. Like, honestly, this investment opportunity feels free. It feels ridiculous to me. So this is definitely something that I recommend you guys look into. First of all, you want to pick up your player for free. Like, pick up whichever card you want, hope that they go up to a 94. That's all fine and dandy, but otherwise, I think it is super worth it to invest in these players. Now, you gotta have coins because realistically, you're going to be holding on to this investment for weeks. But look at this man, Landon Dickerson for 9,000 coins, dude. Oh my god, I missed it. But like I'm saying, man, there's a lot of opportunity right now. People are doing these sets and soon they're going to be locked and no one's going to be able to do them. And the only way you'll be able to get this card is buying them off of me because I'm buying up all these players right now. Click this video if you want to hit max MUT level in Madden 23, and I'm out. Peace.